Welcome in today's video of standard 7th. Today I am with you with the important video of maths of 7th standard. This is our part 2, direct proportion and inverse proportion. So all of you welcome with fresh video of direct proportion and inverse proportion. First term of standard 7th we have finished 8 chapters. This is 9th chapter, direct proportion and inverse proportion. So first 8 chapters were from part 1 and from 9th chapter it started part 2. And today we are going to start with a very important concept. This is new and important concept for you. And I know all of you like maths very much. So we are taking too much efforts for you. So always you will get nice videos for new concepts. And here it is important chapter, that is direct proportion and inverse proportion. First we will see direct proportion. We are going to see the concept of direct proportion. And you know, first video of every chapter is very much important because in first video teacher tells you all basic concepts of that chapter. So if you think about concepts, you will get all concepts in first lecture only. So first we will see direct proportion or inverse proportion, but we will understand first what is meant by proportion. So when we compare two things, suppose I got 57 marks out of 100. Means what? 57 out of 100. Suppose one subject is there of 100 marks and from out of 100 I got 87 marks. Means what? 87 out of 100. Suppose I have 100 rupees and from that I have used 10 rupees. Means how I can write out of 100 rupees I have used 10 rupees. This is one type of proportion. Now we are going to learn direct proportion and inverse proportion. From that first we will see direct proportion. So today we are going to learn only basic. So what is the direct proportion that we are going to learn first? And we will see one example based on direct proportion also that you will feel very much important. So here in your textbook you can see some diagrams of direct proportion. Here are these diagrams. Suppose this is one circle and if I will draw one line from center, you know it is diameter. So here it is one diameter of this circle and this one diameter makes two parts of my circle. So here I can write this is one diameter and this one diameter makes two parts of circle. So if we will draw two diameters, then it will make how many parts of circle that we will see. So here I have drawn two diameters and this circle is divided in how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I can write how many diameters? 2 diameters. And how many parts? 4 parts. Suppose if one more diameter I will draw. So here how many diameters are there? 1, 2, 3. And how many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. So diameter 3 and parts are 6. Same if we will make diameter 4, it will be divided into 8 equal parts. So 4 and it is divided into 8 equal parts. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what it tells us, if we increase diameters, parts of circles also increases. See, if we have increased here diameters 2, parts of circles are 4. Diameters 3, parts of circles are 6. Diameters 4, parts of circles are 8. Means when it was 1, parts were 2. When it was 2, parts were 4. Same way. Means what is this? Direct proportion. Same topic we are learning here, no? Direct proportion. So direct proportion means what? If we are increasing one thing, second thing automatically increasing. See here, if we are increasing diameters, number of diameters, we are getting more number of parts of circle. So this is direct proportion. If we will increase one part, second part will also automatically increase. This is direct proportion. And inverse proportion means opposite of that. Inverse proportion we will see afterwards. But then also I will tell you one thing. If we will increase one thing, another thing will decrease. That is inverse proportion. But in direct proportion, if we will increase one thing, another thing will also increase. Think so? You understood direct proportion. One more example we will see. One more example in your textbook it is given. See here, children are given and here notebooks. Here it is column given. So here number of children are 15. So number of notebooks are 90. So if 15 students are there, 15 children are there, they required 90 notebooks. If students are decreased, means here 12 students are there, they require how many notebooks? 72 notebooks. If students are decreased, number of notebooks also decreased. Means if one thing decreases, another thing also decreases. If one thing increases, another thing also increases. Same way here number of students are 10 and now notebooks are also decreased. See, students are decreased, notebooks are also decreased. If number of students are 5, notebooks are 30. Means if notebooks are decreased, students are also decreased. Otherwise you can say students are decreased, notebooks are also decreased. Means if number of students are 15, notebooks are 90. If students will decrease, means less, so notebook also will be less. Means here for one student 6 notebooks are there. If for one student 6 notebooks are there, if 2 students are there, 12 notebooks. If 3 students are there, then 18 notebooks. Like that, if students will increase, notebooks will also increase. For 4 students 24, for 5 students 30, for 6 students, means if will increase students, notebooks will also increase. Means it is example of direct proportion. This is example of direct proportion. So I think here you are getting it, what is meant by direct proportion. If one thing we will increase, second thing automatically it will increase. This is direct proportion. So on this direct proportion we will see one example based on that. Okay, if like this slowly we will go. Now this chapter is very simple and very interesting chapter it is. Slowly we will go, we will not go so fast. So if we will go on page number 64, you will get one example. See that example, very interesting example, that one. And you will get same examples in practice set also. So what is this? If 10 pens cost is rupees 60, what is the cost of 13 such pens? Means what? Cost of 10 pens. Suppose 10 pens are there. What is the cost of 10 pens? 60 rupees. Rupees 60. So this is example of direct proportion. So how we will solve that, we will see. So many methods are there, but according to your standard of standard 7th, we will use same method. So we will consider cost of 13 pen. We don't know cost of 13 pen. So we will consider that cost. So I will see here, let the cost of 13 pen is X. Let the cost of 13 pen is X. Means I don't know cost of 30 pen. So I consider that cost rupees X. Okay. So sometimes before only we have seen कि one student को 6 notebook. Means for one student 6 notebooks. So here same we will write. For 10 pens, how many rupees? 60 rupees. Okay. So for 13 pens, how many rupees? X rupees. So that also we will write for 13 pen, how many rupees? 13 pen X rupees. So 10 upon 16 is equal to 13 upon X. Now we will solve it. So what is the best way to solve such expression? We have to do cross multiplication. Means we will multiply by this 10 to this X and by this 60 to this 13. Okay. So 10 multiplied by X, it will be 10X. And 60 multiplied by 13, it will be 60, not 16, 60 into 13. So what is our equation here? 10x is equal to 60 multiplied by 30. But we have to find out value of this x. So we want this left side, we want only x. So we will take this 10 to this right side. So how we will write? X is equal to 60 multiplied by 13. It is already this side, 60 multiplied by 13. It is their right side. But we want this x this side and 10 we have to take this side. So this side it is multiplied to this x. So if we will take this side, it will be divided to these numbers. So 60 divided by multiplied by 13 divided by 10. Okay. Hope you understood these steps. Very simple it is. See, in equation chapter last year you have seen all these steps. So we have taken 10 this side. So already it was multiplied. It is divided this side. Now we will divide it. And here it is division. 60 divided by 10. So 60 divided by 10, how many? 10 ones are 10. 10 6 are 60. So it will be x is equal to 6 into 13. So therefore multiplication now. 16, so 13, 6 are. 13 6 are 78. What is this 78? X is equal to 78. Means what? We have considered here this x as a cost of 13 pen. So we got cost of 13 pen. So here we can write cost of 13 pen is rupees 78. 78. So if such question will be asked in exam, now you can solve it orally also. But we are getting marks of writing. We are getting marks for steps. So we have to follow all these steps. So you have to follow same step. It is important steps. These are important steps. So many questions are there like that. We can find out answers easily. But we have to follow steps also. Okay. So I know very well you understood all whatever I taught today in this session. Okay. So with the help of this example, you can solve examples from practice set 37 also. All examples are based on direct proportion. And you can recognize example of direct proportion also. If one thing increases, second thing also increases. That is example of direct proportion or decreases. Okay. So inverse proportion we will see in next video. So till that, bye bye. Have a nice day.